Well, anyway, welcome to the show, both of you. How are you both doing respectively?
We're good right now.
Yeah, brother. Good, man. Good. We're always good. We're always
good.
Chatting away. We're good. We're all right, you know.
How has life been in lockdown for you both? What have you been doing to keep active and stimulated and as busy as possible?
For me, just a lot of training, spending a lot of time with the kids, a bit of writing here and there. I think the thing about us is that we're constantly working, especially Noel. I mean, Noel doesn't stop working, but me, I've got the bug from him. So in any little spare time that we get, if I'm not like creating music or, do you know what I mean, writing a script or, do you know what I mean, working on what our next production is going to be or whatever, then, it's being progressive and spending time with family really. But other than that, yeah, work kind of takes over.
And what about you, Noel? How do you keep yourself motivated?
Same. Like, like Ashley said, I mean, for me, it used to be, it's interesting. Ashley said, he got the bug from me. And I think actually the thing is, everyone else has got the bug. They got the laziness bug. We got the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we graft out here. And even right now, I'm talking to you. I'm on my exercise bike right now. The reason my shoulders... No? Hold on, I need to...
You're on a Peloton?
Nah. This is what we like to see.
I'm on my exercise bike right now. This one's got a desk. And so I can do all my work while I'm working out, get my steps in, you know what I mean? Try and keep the jawline in my old age. That's how I'm rolling out here.
And they say men can't multitask.
Look, it's a lie. It's a lie. You can.
The good ones can. The good ones can.
So we're going to get onto your new series of Bulletproof in just a minute. But first, there are a few things to get through. Ashley, you just became a granddad very recently. On Capital Extra, we like to call you Grandzaddy because you're a hot granddad. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, thank you very much.
How's it going? How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's just a shame I can't see her as much as I'd like to because of COVID and regulations and whatever. But yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. Actually, it feels so much different to having my own kids. As you know, I've got a lot of kids myself, so I've experienced childbirth quite a bit over the last 21 years. But the brilliant thing about it is it's brought me and my son a lot closer. There was a year or so where we weren't really talking as much. He was changing a lot and wanting to find himself a bit, and that didn't really involve me. He didn't want to be in my shadow, but he's had to come to me now for advice, isn't he? So because I know all about it. But yeah, so it's a beautiful thing. It's kind of new life, new part of our family. Is always amazing, but this is extra special to me, and I can give her back when I'm fed up.
Perks of the job.
No, how have you found it working with a granddad now? Is you got to have hot cocoa, slippers on set,
sit down often to hurt his back.
All of it. Like the thing about it is, I'm so proud of him, man, because he's such a good dad, raised up all his kids, you know what I'm saying? And now he's a granddad. I got so much love for this guy. But at the same time, me being the oldest has always been a thing. But now he's the granddad. I love it. I love it. He's the granddad. I bought him a cane. He's got slippers. Man's got denture gum for him when we go back on set because I know he needs it. He needs it all.
Granddaddy.
Granddad, old man Woopers.
That should be your new Instagram name.
That's the new one.
Ash, you're also a busy man right now. Your new film, Boys, just dropped as well. How has that been for you?
It's been amazing, man. It's been amazing. It's like a new lease of life because obviously I've been doing this acting thing for so long and just kind of getting into producing now. But coming out as a director, it's like you're a newcomer again. Do you know what I mean? You get to feel that new vibe from people and new energy. So it's amazing. I'm still learning. It's my first film, and it's just short. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to lead to more things for me, I hope. And I've learned from the best. You know what I mean? It's finally time for me to put all that knowledge that I've taken and advice that I've got from other people around me, including Mr. Clarke himself. Do you know what I mean? To put it into action. Because I was putting it off for so many years. I've had chances to do it, but I didn't want to flop. Do you know what I mean? I wanted my first impression to count, and I think I've done that with this film.
No, I feel like that's something that you've done so well since you first were thrown onto our screens, sort of juggling the role between being behind the scenes and also being on-screen talent. How do you balance that? Because you do it really well.
Oh, thank you so much. I think, look, the thing about it is, you know, when I did it, you know, years ago, you know, Adulthood was 2007, came out in 2008, but we shot in 2007. I had to do it to eat. Like, for me, it was a necessity, because if acting was not going the way people think it was going all right, and it was going all right, but it wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. And so I kind of was like, I need to do more, and started doing that back then. It's almost like, you know, the opportunities that there are now for people weren't there back when I was doing it, but hopefully I've been one of the people that's sort of paved the way for others and opened the door for others, you know. And to see now Ash progress to this is fantastic, because, you know, as he said, you know, we know everything he's achieved, everything he's done, but like, you're seen as new again. People suddenly go, oh, actually, boy, you know, maybe he can do that. You know what I mean? And I think both of us are going to take more strides soon in that sort of world. And it just opens us up for career longevity.
When you mentioned when Adulthood came out, you got me right.
Well, you was in primary school, innit? You're sucking lollipops.
Actually, Noel thinks that I'm 17. I know that I look young, but can you tell him? Have my back, bruv.
Who are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. He thinks that I'm 17.
Ash with the
Mate,
straight face.
she's been around. She's been around with in a nice way. Oh my God! I'm just digging a hole there.
Yeah, she's been around.
Listen, Yinka's near enough like family. You might as well say, because we're both from the Nam. You know what I mean? So I know her family. I know her elders and whatever. I mean, she's not in our age bracket, but.
I've never known someone to try and like convince people they're older. Like, I just don't know what. No, it's like a little beef you got. You got little woman syndrome or something.
Baby girl syndrome.
I just want, like a little respect, just sprinkled.
Oh, there's a lot of respect. No, you're taking it wrong. There's a lot of respect. You're like me. I don't look my age either. You know, it's a blessing. Trust me.
The black don't crack.
Yeah, don't think there's a disrespect. There's a lot of respect.
No, I'm playing. No, I know. I look like an actual child. It's ridiculous.
It's a good thing, baby girl. It's a great thing.
That's what I'm saying. Because when you're all 60, you're gonna be looking 35, and you know what I mean.
Everything is crossed. I'm gonna cross my eyes.
All right, Ash. So of course you're busy with the films, busy with the show, and filming Top Boy. Is there any news, update, or insight for us on Capital Extra?
No. You ain't getting
That's
anything.
on that.
Leave me alone. No, I'm joking. Yeah, well, listen, all I can say is we are filming. We're fighting against COVID regulations and COVID. It's hard. You know, we got a big cast and there's a big crew, a lot of people involved, so it's difficult. And really weird filming, actually, because of how we have to set it out and make sure that certain people don't mix with other people and whatever. But we're definitely filming. We should be finished, like, sometime this year, and hopefully it will be out sometime after that. That's all I can say, really.
Well, thank you for that insight.
Great update. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, but on to Bulletproof South Africa, which has kicked off on Sky TV and Now TV. Talk to us, because for me, Bulletproof is definitely groundbreaking in so many ways, be it that it has 2 black leads and you don't play the crooks. So what are you guys up to this time on the season?
Well, we go on our characters after season 1 and 2. Pike's family decides they're going to take a holiday. And so they decide they're going to go on holiday to South Africa. And my character, being my character, is like, I'm coming. If you lot are going there, free food, little hotel, I'm coming. So he goes along, and in the first couple of days they're on the beach just chilling out, and something happens on the beach which resonates with Pike because he's a family man, and it drags us into the situation where we try and help these other people, and it all goes from there. It all goes wrong, as the song says.
And in this season, we're in a whole different destination. How did you guys find South Africa?
I found it amazing. I think Noel did as well, eventually. Listen, basically what happened was I'd been to South Africa filming like twice before that. The last time I went before the time we just went was like 10 years maybe before. And I had some bad experiences out there. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't, it was quite hostile. I was robbed. Whilst I was asleep, my house was robbed.
Oh,
I was,
God.
they put sleeping gas through the roof. These guys were living in the attic of the house I was renting, like for days, and then basically robbed me one night. They gassed me, put me to sleep, and robbed me. And I told Noel about all these stories, obviously. So when it came down to the fact that we were
On the
going to
plane.
South Africa, yeah, I waited till we were in
By
first
the
class
way.
lounge, and then he was like, "Bro, like, why do you want to go there? Like, what's wrong with you?" I was trying to convince him that as much as there's great disparity between the rich and the poor out there. There's loads of issues. There's loads of social issues out there, economic issues. But the country, the place is beautiful. Is like, and the energy of some of the people, the will, the quality of life is completely different to where we come from. And I knew that he would love it, and he did. By the end of it, he was loving it. But in the beginning, it was a bit touch and go for him.
The story that you just told sounds like it could be a plot for a film, just so you know that.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
It has to.
Yeah, that's got to be the next short, bro. You need to write that one. But this time you catch them in the act.
Yeah.
So you've both played characters on both sides of the law. So, you've played the guys who get the bad guys and essentially the bad guys. What do you prefer?
Look, I think as actors, you play the characters that you like and that resonate you, or when you're younger, you take the jobs that you get. You know what I mean? But I think for me, these things are all an interest in, they're all part of the same tree. Because I don't remember what Ash was called in Bullet Boy. Sorry, Ash. I don't remember what he was called in Bullet Boy. But without that character, Ricky, and without Sam from Kidulthood, without those seeds, people, whether people understood it at the time, we were getting no opportunities. We were getting zero opportunities. And we made those opportunities, and we got those opportunities through either perseverance for me writing, through Ashley's star power coming out and doing something positive and playing Ricky, right? So what people don't understand at the time is Sam and Ricky were the acorns, and now they are the trees. And you don't get Bishop and Pike without Sam and Ricky. They come from the same place. You can't complain like, why are we being portrayed like this 20 years ago? Because we weren't getting anything. Mm-hmm. We were doing what we were allowed to do, like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society and all those things years ago. We were doing what we were allowed to do. But growing those seeds years later have allowed us to be Bishop and Pike and whatever other character I'm playing in my next thing, or the kid that's in sex education, or so-and-so in Star Wars. And do you know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. I used to be shy to say it. I'm not shy anymore. All these people that are progressing now, that are really flying now, they're flying because of me and Ashley and things that we have done. Because when you look at the branches and you start tracing back where people go, generally it will come back to one of us. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking this in a hating way. I'm talking about people we love. Like Lashana Lynch is flying. What's Lashana Lynch's first film? Fast Girls. Who wrote that? Me. Brotherhood, she's in. Bulletproof, she's in. Do you know what I mean? Other people that, I don't want to get into loads of names, but other people, they're flying. And we love it. We love to see it. When you start getting back, a lot of it comes from the same tree. And I think that's what people need to realize.
I love that.
Same.
And I think you should give yourself flowers, because you're correct.
Accolades.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Well, in my old age, I've got to the place where I don't care. So, like, if people ain't going to give them, I'm taking them myself.
Well, that's kind of like, so my dad's like old, yeah, and he's got to the point where he's rude. And the other day, he saw my sister and was like, "You look different. You look fatter." And I thought, only because you're old, bro. If you were young, that would never run, But because he's old, everyone laughs and hands him a tea.
He's like, yeah, all right, Dad. All right, thanks, sure.
Well, old Granddad Waters can do that now anyway. He can do it now. Cuss man out and say, get me a tea. Get me a tea. Get me slippers and me tea.
Just get me a tea. All right, we have got a game to play with you both now. We are going to test how bulletproof your lying skills are. You got to give us two truths. Two lies and one truth. Our aim is to question you and figure out which one is the truth.
Before I shot adulthood, I had to do a pilot short film, which technically doesn't exist because no one will ever see it. I missed the birth of all 3 of my children. And the first time I ever met Ashley Walters was actually when we started Bulletproof. Physically met him, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the name of the pilot for Adulthood?
It didn't have a name.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Where were you during the birth of your second child?
I had to work. I was in the edit for I'm not sure. I was in the edit of a movie called The Knot, and I tried to get there in time, but I didn't get there in time. And then once I made sure they were all right, I had to go back to the edit. Remember, I wasn't always doing well. There were times where man had to struggle out here, so you couldn't miss work.
I hear that.
Okay.
2 lies, 1 is the truth.
So I'm thinking. I think
You must
it
have
might
missed
be
the
the
birth.
births.
You're wrong. I would never miss my children's births.
You tricked us.
You're wrong. How dare you? I was there for every single birth. I cut the cords like a good dad.
Thank God.
How dare you?
Thank you.
And of course, I met Ashley before. What kind of madness is this?
Okay.
Okay, good.
You know what? We're happy that we were wrong, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
So
everybody's happy.
you shot the pilot?
Yeah, I had to shoot for Adulthood. Instead of just handing me a directing thing, they made me shoot a short film.
Oh, that's so
This
annoying.
was Pathé and the Film Council made me shoot a short film just to see if I could do it, and I had to go through the whole thing of shoot, prep, shoot, post-production, deliver it to them. And then only when they saw that and they had a committee approval was I allowed to get the movie.
See, this is the thing. What you said
they lock it in a vault.
So people always think you're doing better and you know, like everything's flying. So to me, I thought, oh, that's a lie because that was a given. But no, it's the one that
Actually,
like you had to do like a final test, like to go boom. And if I hadn't have passed it, there would have been no film. Like it was, pressure.
Just a little bit.
All right, Mr. Ashley Waters, you got big boots to fill here.
All right. So when I was about 11 years old, I was the lead role in London Palladium's Oliver Twist. Around the same age, I was in a McDonald's advert for Happy Meals. It was like, you know, you got like seeds and stuff to pot plants or something like that.
In the Happy Meal?
That's the prize that you got in the Happy Meal.
Okay.
I got a TY bear, bro, baby.
And I've been married for 8 years.
Let me go on his Instagram. I'm sure he must have
I think he's
celebrated
been married for
anniversaries
longer than that.
At some point.
I think you've been married for longer than that.
That's
so, my. I don't think there was any Palladium Oliver Twist.
Honestly,
I don't know because I just don't feel like they would cast a little black boy at that time of
please,
life.
Sir. Please, sir.
Can I have some more?
Sir.
You can't even get the role. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
I
don't know.
I believe the McDonald's one.
Okay, but what seeds were they though? Was it like what was it? Cress?
Sesame?
Yeah, watercress.
Watercress seeds. Did you get paid?
What, for the McDonald's advert?
Yeah.
I'm sure I did, but my mum probably took the money.
That's fair.
What year did you get married?
Flipping out, 2013.
I'm gonna go with Oliver Twist.
You think Oliver Twist is the truth?
No. Okay, that's a lie.
I think McDonald's is the truth.
Yeah. So the two lies
I
are
feel like
Oliver
you've been
Twist
married longer
and
than
the 8 years of
Maybe
marriage.
you haven't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the McDonald's is the truth.
Yes! Come on!
Oliver Twist, man.
That game was hard for me, you know.